Miss Transformers 96 here with another review. This time we have the Pacific Rim Jaeger Gipsy Danger 2.0 Hong Kong Brawl NECA figure. So here you are. So go over the package really fast. I've talked about the package every Pacific Rim review, so I'm not going to go too much on it. Same basic design. I believe that's even the same artwork of Gipsy Danger as the first one. You get this sticker, super articulated all new figure, which is very cool because when they first showed this, I wasn't sure if it was completely new or not. There you go, nice little figure in a pose. And the others in the series, this one is out now. These two will be out in a few months. These are from the next series, so those will be interesting. I'll get them as well. So yeah, going over the actual figure here, we have Gipsy Danger. So this was definitely one that I wanted to get because I had missed out on the first Gipsy Danger. I just never got it, and I did get the second one that they did. But now, I wanted to get one that had fully, right colors and not battle damage colors, as well as I wanted the ship because I thought that was going to be a cool accessory. So yeah. So first of all, when they say it's an all-new figure, it is an all-new figure, which is just wonderful. I have to say, definitely upgraded articulation as well as accessories, and just a better figure in just about every way, which is really fantastic. I'll be having this Gipsy Danger in here a lot for comparisons, considering this is the old mold that they had. As you can see, first off the bat, the new one is a bit taller, just a smidge, which I really do like. The only thing that is a downside to the new design, in my opinion, is I just like the bulkiness of the chest and shoulders that the first one has. Just looking at them, even if this is more accurate, I like the bulk up here. I think it looks very menacing and very cool. The reason that you don't have that bulk kind of build up right there is that the shoulder joints, are a little better, so they're a little further out to allow you to have more of a range of motion. So that's why they look a little different. But I have to say, I do like the bulkiness of this one. That being said, I would totally sacrifice that bulkiness type of look for this articulation, though. So I'm very happy that they did what they did. So yeah, going over the figure, overall looking very nice. Let's get some lights in here. All right. Face sculpt is really good. This might be the same. I'm looking here. It's actually different because there are sculpted in lines right there, like at the mouthpiece. So I believe these are different heads, which I think is cool. And here's just another little size. So yeah, so overall, really do like the head. And the eyes aren't yellow like they are in the other one. They're more gold, which I think looks cool. You've got the yellow and orange kind of reactor in the middle there. It looks very nice. The paint is really wonderful. It's a very light blue, which is nice. It's not too bright and colorful, and yet it's not too bland as well. And all the paint details, little lines and everything are painted on very well. There isn't any paint bleed from what I can see. It's really all done with quite precision and with skill, because it is very nicely done. Really don't see any mess ups there, as well as it's not bright and shiny. I mean, this isn't a battle damage figure, but it's not completely new. You've got some little marks. They do wash in like a kind of a black or gray or silver type of a wash in there to give it a little bit of more of a worn feeling, because it's really supposed to have that, and this demonstrates it very well. You get more of the mechanics in the back, which I think is nice. I like that coloring in the back too, the gold and red. Very nice. I have to say, I love the colors on this guy. They did an excellent job with that, and overall he is a very nice big size. Going over articulation, that's where this guy really shines. I have to say, he has a ball jointed head, same as the first one, but the head is a little easier to get to, so you can move it a little bit easier. It can look down a little bit and up, which is new, and then side to side. Obviously still not a ton of articulation because it is rather confined in this little area, but that's movie accurate, so I really don't mind that. So overall, that is quite nice. He's got ball hinge shoulders, allow you to go in and out, forward and back, of course. And then this is actually on a bit of a joint as well, so this can turn to get out of your way, which is just wonderful. He has a bicep swivel, which works really nicely. Then he's got a hinge at the elbow, so the hinge can go up. And then he has a ball joint in the elbow as well, which allows you to be able to swivel the arm if you wanted to, and it gives you a little bit better bend on that elbow to allow you to go up just a little bit further, which is quite nice. You get a really nice 90-degree angle there. Then you do have ball jointed wrists, which are quite nice, a little hindered when the blade's on, but overall you get some good movement there. I do like that. He's got a ball jointed upper torso, which works quite well. It goes back and to the sides very nicely. It doesn't crunch too far, but it does crunch a bit. bit, which is nice. You've got ball jointed thighs, allows you to go up and back really without being hindered. I believe that they shortened this little plate right here. They shortened it a little bit from the last one so that this wasn't constantly clonking onto his waist piece there and not allowing you to move it. So you do have some more articulation just from that being cut, as well as there is a bicep swivel, which is quite nice. You've got double hinge knees, which is wonderful. Taking a little Chair No Alpha tip there with the double jointed knees. Love that, which is just great. And then you do have a ball jointed ankles, which are a little bit more hindered than the ball joints on the other Gipsy Danger, I have to say. But the improvement is the other Gipsy Danger had a hinge on the heel, so it can have the heel go up. Well, this one has a hinge on this front piece, which really is quite nice, especially with the really great hip and knee joints. It is really nice to give that toe articulation, because you can do quite a few poses with that, which is very nice, I have to say. So articulation is very much improved, not only in just the joints that he has, but also in range of motion of those joints. You know, they did some things so that all those joints wouldn't be hindered or anything, which is really quite wonderful. You get two sets of hands, two fists, two open hands, they're kind of like clenching hands, so they're great for just, action poses where he's kind of clenching up his hands, as well as they're meant for holding the boat. And then the fists are just nice fists, but they're also meant for having, when the blade is connected, and he does come with one blade, which is great. Really do like it. It's black with silver highlights. It's slightly bent on mine, just slightly curved this way. Not too bad though, I have to say. And it's just a lot easier to plug in there. Like even when you have the hand in there, there's a lot of clearance to plug it in, as well as these hands are removable. So if you're struggling for some reason, you can just pop the hands out and then you should be able to plug it in very easily. That's one thing that I was excited about when it came to the this Gipsy Danger. I was really excited to have those blades, and I just found it quite hard to get them into his little wrist there. I don't know if the pegs were just off, but it just wouldn't go in very easily, and it was rather frustrating, I have to say. While this one, it's incredibly easy. I have no problem with it, and it's just great. As you can see, just on a little clip there, and then you can just remove the hand. And it's in there nice and tight, not too tight though. It's not like I'm, struggling trying to get them out or pushing them in like that. It's very easy to switch them up, which I have to say is really great. So now let's go over his final accessory, being the boat, or his bat, whichever one you want to say. So this is very nice. This is what he uses in the fight with that winged monster whose name starts with an O, but I can't remember it. He uses this as like a bat to kind of hit him, which is very nice. It's painted very well. I do like the green on top here with a black wash to it to give it a dark look, as well as there's black highlights, and even the white is all mixed in with oranges and dark grays and stuff to give it a damaged type of look, which I think is really nice. You've got even all the little thrusters and everything at the bottom there, and the propellers. Very nice, I have to say. For such just an accessory, it's really detailed quite superbly, I have to say. And it is kind of bent and damaged in here, and there are little holes there for his fingers. Now this is not what I wasn't expecting this. I thought that it was literally just going to be this, and then you had to kind of try to get him to hold it, and I thought it would be difficult to have him hold it, but they do actually sculpt in little finger joints and areas so that it becomes quite easy to do. So there we go. So his thumb will go right into that hole, and then his other four fingers will just kind of fit into those, and then there you go. He can hold it, which is really great. I have to say, it is a bit heavy, and his wrists can, kind of fall down from the weight of it, which is a little bit unfortunate, but something that's not really too bad or too frustrating. It's pretty easy to take care of, and he can hold it with two hands. As you can see, he does have places for his fingers for both hands to be holding it, which is really nice. Let me see. It's kind of hard to do this when I'm just on camera, trying to find. There we go. The thumb hole on that one. So there you go. He can hold it with two hands, which is really nice, and he can, hit him. Obviously, I'm just trying to show you the basic design of it. I'm not trying to pose him, but when he's in a nice pose, he definitely looks pretty great with this thing, I have to say. And with that, just some great articulation, especially in the legs there. You can really get him in a nice pose with something like this. He looks just really sick there. I really do have to say I love it. Looks awesome. You can even just have him in that that beginning shot where he's getting ready to fight the monster, and he's just dragging the boat behind him, like just like that or so, you know, just having him drag it in for the battle. So very nice. I really do like this accessory. Not to mention, it's a great show of scale. You know, if there was somebody who hadn't seen these guys, they would probably think that they're probably the height of people, and of course they're, you know, the height of skyscrapers. So this is a really nice accessory to just show the scale that these guys actually have and how big they are in the movie and everything, which is just wonderful, I have to say. So overall, really a fantastic figure. Before I close up here, let's show you some comparisons with some Jaegers and Kaiju. Alright, so here's a couple Kaiju, or not Kaiju, but Jaegers that he's sitting next to. You've got Ronin and Cherno Alpha. So yeah, so Cherno Alpha I love, is my favorite Jaeger in the movie and toy form. As you can see, they're very nice. Cherno Alpha is taller than him, which I think is accurate. I think scale-wise, they're in very good scale together. The other one, obviously, we never saw a glimpse of them together, so I can't tell you how accurate that scale is. But just to show you the two that come in this wave, these are the two from this wave. So as you can see, just looking at the two from this wave, there's a lot better value with Gipsy Danger. He's bigger, he comes with more accessories, and he has more articulation, as well as he's a character that's actually good. So yeah, I will be doing a review on Ronin if I haven't posted it already. One will be coming. So yeah, now let's go over some Kaiju. So here he is with Leatherback as well as Scunner, both Kaiju that he did fight in the movie. As you can see, he's in quite good scale. Leatherback, I don't know, I think that he's big enough. He is certainly a big figure, especially when you look at him from the side, but possibly he's a little too small, but that would be on Leatherback and not on Gipsy Danger. Compared to Scunner, though, he looks pretty perfect. And these are just, you can do a ton of good poses with him fighting Kaiju. On Instagram, I've been posting pictures of him, and I just, a lot of fight scenes with these two Kaiju and everything, so you can check those out if you'd like to. So overall, he's very fun, and you can definitely pose him with your Kaiju fighting them, and pose them very well. Alright guys, so before I go, just wanted to show you one last look at Gipsy Danger and his great articulation. You can get him in a total stance where he's got one knee on the ground, and he's completely flat on the ground. Like, the foot is completely flat. It's not like he's tilted one side or the other, or it's just looking good from this angle. He is completely on the ground just like that, and he looks just fantastic. Wonderful articulation. Now, if you have the first edition Gipsy Danger, is this one necessary? I would say yes, and I don't say that very often. Typically, I would say, you know, if you have the first one, that's good enough. You don't need it unless you're a big fan. But with this, I really love this figure. I think he's a ton much funner than the first one, with some great articulation and accessories. Like, if they just came out with him and he didn't like come with a bunch of accessories, then, you know, I could see it kind of not being worth it. Or if they just reuse the same figure with the new accessories, I could also see that not being worth it. But they gave you a completely new figure, and a damn good one at that, with some great accessories. So overall, I have to say, really loving this figure. NECA did a wonderful job like they usually do, and this is just another prime example of that. So yeah, so that's my review of the Pacific Rim Jaeger Hong Kong Brawl Gipsy Danger. Thanks so much for watching.